If your cat walks on you while you sleep, here's what they're actually telling you. Your cat is walking on you while you sleep, and you've been calling it annoying every night at some unpredictable hour. 2 a.m., 3 a.m., 4 a.m., you feel it. That deliberate pressure moving across your legs, your stomach, your chest. Those careful, unhurried steps navigating your sleeping body like a map they've memorized. You shift, you grunt, you move them to the side, and within minutes, they're back. Same path, same pressure, same quiet, purposeful movement through the dark. Most people spend years living with this behavior and never once ask the question that changes everything. Why? Not why in the sense of annoyance. Why in the sense of meaning? Why does your cat, an animal that has an entire home to move through, dozens of surfaces to choose from, a world of comfortable options that don't involve stepping on a sleeping human? Why does your cat choose this? By the end of this video, you will know exactly what they're telling you. And I promise you, it is not what you think. If you've ever felt like your cat is communicating something you don't quite have the language to receive, subscribe right now. Hit the bell. Comment, "I subscribe" below, and I will personally welcome you into this community. This is exactly the kind of video this channel was built for. Now let's go deep. Let's start with something that reframes this entire behavior before we go any further. Cats are crepuscular animals, most active at dawn and dusk, with periods of high alertness through the night. While you are in your deepest sleep, in REM, completely vulnerable, completely unaware, your cat is often fully conscious, moving to the home, operating in a state of heightened sensory awareness. And in that state, in those quiet, dark hours when the house is still and the world outside has gone silent, they come to you, not to the warmest spot in the room, not to the highest perch, not to the window where they could watch the night outside. To you, specifically, deliberately, they step onto your sleeping body, and they move across it with a care and intentionality that tells you, if you know how to read it, something profound about the relationship they believe you share. This is not a random behavior. Every step is a sentence. Let's talk about what is actually happening in those steps, because the psychology here goes deeper than most owners ever discover. When your cat walks across your body, they are performing what behavioral scientists call proximity-seeking contact. In feline social behavior, physical contact during periods of vulnerability, and sleep is the ultimate vulnerability, is an act of deliberate trust investment. Your cat is not sleepwalking. They are not confused. They are making an active choice to be in physical contact with you during the hours when their own instincts are most heightened and your defenses are most completely down. Think about what that means. In the wild, the moments of deepest sleep are the moments of greatest danger. An animal who chooses to remain close to another during those hours, who chooses to be in physical contact with them, to move across their body, to mark them with presence, is an animal who has made a fundamental assessment. You are safe. Not just safe in the environment, safe as an entity, safe as a presence. Safe enough that proximity to your sleeping body during the most alert hours of their night is not a risk. It is a comfort. That is not a small thing. That is one of the deepest assessments one creature can make about another. But there are multiple layers to why your cat does this, and each one reveals a different dimension of what they're communicating. The first is thermal navigation. Your sleeping body generates significant heat. Cats have thermoreceptors concentrated in their facial area that are sensitive enough to detect radiant body heat from nearby creatures without any physical contact. Your body, beneath a blanket in the dark, is essentially a heat map, and your cat is reading it. But here is what separates thermal seeking from what we're talking about. A cat who simply wants warmth finds a warm spot and stays there. They don't walk. They don't move across the full length of your body. They don't navigate from your feet to your stomach to your chest in a path that takes them directly over your most vulnerable anatomy. The walking is not about finding warmth. The walking is about something else entirely. The second layer is scent maintenance. This is the one almost nobody talks about, and it changes everything. Your cat has scent glands distributed across multiple points on their body. Their paws, their cheeks, the base of their tail. When they walk across your sleeping body, each step is depositing microscopic chemical markers from the glands and their paw pads onto your skin, your clothes, your blanket. They are scent marking you. While you sleep, In the quiet hours when you are completely unaware, your cat is moving across your body and writing their name on you in a language you will never be able to read, but that every other animal in your home will instantly recognize. You are theirs. They are making it official. Every night, in the dark, while you sleep, let that land for a moment. The third layer, and the most emotional, is monitoring. Meet Rachel. She's 36, a graphic designer. Her cat, Archie, had walked across her body every night for 4 years. She always brushed it off. Hunger, restlessness, just a cat being a cat. Then she got sick, not life-threatening, but weeks of real exhaustion, fever, weakness, the kind that drains everything. And Archie changed. He didn't just walk across her anymore. He stopped on her chest and stayed, still, one paw resting gently against her sternum, every night, for 3 weeks. Then the night her fever broke, he walked across her once and went back to sleeping at her feet. That's when Rachel realized something she had missed for 4 years. He hadn't been walking on her. He had been checking on her every single night. This is where most cat owners get it wrong. They treat this behavior as a problem. They move the cat, shut the door, use deterrence. But what the cat is actually doing is reaching out in one of the most instinctive, vulnerable ways they can. They're choosing you in the dark when they're most alert and most exposed. And the response they get is rejection. Over time, that teaches something dangerous. That closeness leads to being pushed away. That reaching out isn't safe. Some cats adapt. They stay nearby, just at a distance. But some stop completely. They withdraw from that nighttime connection. And their owners never realize what they lost, because it happened quietly, in the dark. Now, here's what your cat's behavior is actually telling you. If they settle near your feet, they want connection, but still value independence. If they lie on your chest or stomach, that's maximum trust. Those are your most vulnerable areas. A cat who chooses them is choosing deep intimacy. If they pause on your chest and look at you, even briefly, that's a check-in. They're reading your breathing, your warmth, your presence, and confirming you're okay. And if they keep walking back and forth, that can mean restlessness or anxiety. They're seeking reassurance. Most importantly, if this pattern changes suddenly, pay attention. Behavior doesn't change without a reason. So what should you do? First, let them finish. Next time your cat walks across you, don't immediately push them away. Even 30 seconds matters. Let the behavior complete. Second, respond gently. A soft hand, a light touch, not to stop them. Just acknowledge them. Tells your cat, I feel you. I'm here. That turns it into a two-way connection. Third, notice the pattern. When does it happen? How often? Do they stay or move on? Your cat is communicating. This is their language. And finally, if something changes, take it seriously. Cats don't act randomly. They respond to shifts in their body, your body, or their environment. So tonight, at some unexpected hour, your cat will walk across you. And in that moment, you have a choice. Ignore it or understand it. Because what's actually happening is this. An animal built for independence chose you. In the quietest, most vulnerable hours, they come back to you. They step onto your body carefully. They check that you're breathing, that you're warm, that you're still there. They choose your presence over everything else. That's not a nuisance. That's love, and it happens while you're asleep, every single night. Before you go, tell me in the comments, where does your cat walk? Legs, chest, stomach? And is it the same time every night? Because once you start paying attention, you'll realize something powerful. Your cat has been telling you something all along, just in the dark. And if you want to understand him even deeper, the next video will reveal what your cat's sleeping position says about how much they truly trust you. You don't want to miss that.